It's almost October and the temperatures are finally starting to cool down just a little bit. And here in the American Southwest, we're even below triple digits. So that means it is fall. And we are starting to think about some fall flavors. And one of my favorite fall flavors is pumpkin. So today we are going to be making a pumpkin chiffon pie. Our recipe today comes to us from 1973, courtesy of Miriam Ungerer's book, Good Cheap Food. And I don't know about you, but there is nothing better than good, cheap food. And sometimes you hear people say, well, you can have good food or you can have cheap food, but you can't have both. Well, this book is all about proving that wrong. We're going to start our recipe by putting 1 envelope of unflavored gelatin into a 1/4 cup of water. And we're going to stir that just to let that start to combine a little bit. And then we're going to move over to the stove and use a double boiler. Most of the ingredients for this pie are actually going to go into the double boiler. And we're going to start with 3 egg yolks, and then after we have our egg yolks, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. We have 1 cup plus a 1/4 cup of pureed pumpkin, and then we have a 1/2 teaspoon each of nutmeg and cinnamon and ground ginger. In addition to that, we also have some brown sugar we're going to put in there, and then let all of that cook until it is thickened and well blended together. Once the custard has firmed up and thickened to a point that is about what you're seeing here, you're going to transfer this to a bowl so that it can cool down to just a lukewarm kind of temperature. You're going to notice also that some of the yolks did scramble a little bit in here, but that should be okay once we get these all whipped up. While that's cooling, we're also going to add our gelatin mixture into what we had in the double boiler, and I'm just going to stir to combine and let that continue to cool. Our filling mixture has, for the most part, gotten down to room temperature, so we're going to whip our egg whites in a stand mixer here. You could use just a regular hand mixer, whatever you've got. But that's 4 egg whites that are going in there, and I'm going to whip those up. Once the egg whites have started to form peaks, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of white sugar and then continue to beat these. Pumpkin Chiffon Pie. It's a good alternative to your traditional custard kind of pumpkin pie, although there is custard in this. But with the gelatin and with the egg whites that have been mixed into it, it's much lighter, it's much fluffier, It is definitely not that dense texture that you expect when you think of a pumpkin pie. I think this actually works really, really well. If you are not into like the heaviness of a regular pumpkin pie, you might really, really like this. I'd give it a try. I could totally see making this for Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then throw some whipped cream on there. You're good to go. See you next time on Recipe Reviver.